Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and future guests. What a pleasure it is for me to stand here in front of you today and share with you some of the things I have learned from different styles used in boxing. Before I do so, let me explain to you a little bit about boxing. Boxing is great for your conditioning, great for your strength, great for your coordination. Boxing is generally done in either the orthodox stance or the southpaw stance. And when we enter the competitive realm of boxing, we also have to do with tactics. We also have to deal with different styles that come our way. And often in boxing we talk about styles making fights. So today I'd like to share with you 3 different styles that we experience in boxing. Let me use my props to enhance my points of view. Right, so in boxing we have what we call the attacker, and the attacker just comes and doesn't let up and doesn't stop and doesn't even take a breath, and that relentless attack is extremely difficult to weather. The trick with an attacker is to really weather the storm. The trick with the attacker is not to feel like you have to get into the fight and deal with their storm, with what's coming your way. So the trick with the attacker, to counter the attacker, is actually to take your time, to defend, to fend off, and to not feel like you have to get in there and also attack them back, because that's playing their fight. Also with boxing style, another boxing style is the counter-attacker. Now counter-attacker is very much on the back foot and waits, and is really, really patient and waits for you to come in, and you come in with 1 or 2 shots and pop, takes 1 shot and is gone. And there's another shot and is gone. And the counter-attacker is extremely quick, extremely fast on their feet. And I guess the thing not to do with the counter-attacker is to go on and want to land 2 shots or land another 3 shots or land another 5 shots, because before you know it, you're down 3 points. So the thing with the counter-attacker is to be really, really deliberate, really intentional with that 1 shot. Just 1 shot. Land that 1 shot really, really well, really hard, really clean, and get out of there. Because you're up 1 point. You do that over and over, and be really, really patient, be really disciplined. Now the other style that we encounter in boxing is the inside fighter. And the inside fighter is generally quite small, quite stocky, short arms. And this inside fighter is a little bit like a pit bull. He grabs and he holds on. He's like, "Argh!" And so with an inside fighter, the last thing you want to do is get in there with them, especially if you're the taller fighter. You don't want to get into a fight with an inside fighter. It's like getting into a fight with a pit bull. So the trick with an inside fighter is really to keep them at bay. You want to keep them at length, get them out, make sure they don't get inside, and really take your time to make sure that they don't get inside, get in close. So interestingly, I sometimes think to myself, okay, so if I encounter these different styles with the people I meet in everyday life, how would I react with them? Let's say someone's approaching me with a lot of words. They're a little bit agitated and they just come at you, So thing not to do with that verbal diarrhea that's coming your way is to send verbal diarrhea back. But the thing with an attacker, with emotional attacker or verbal attacker, is actually really just take your time, let the storm abate, let the weathers go, and then take your time to respond. Similarly with a counter-attacker. Counter-attacker is often quite sly, a little bit manipulative with how they use their words, how they communicate with you. And the thing with a counter-attacker in day-to-day life is also to really think really clearly, what is the message I want to portray? What is the message I want to give that back to them? What I want to say? Be really intentional with that one thing or that one behaviour or that one response. And then get out. Same thing with a with an inside fighter, is to really be patient, not try to get into a fight with them. Be really patient, keep them at bay with 1 or 2 quick responses, being respectful, of course. So some of the things that I've learnt in boxing, I've also managed to apply to everyday life. Unfortunately, we don't encounter too much verbal diarrhea in our society, thankfully. But hopefully we can all learn from the style of boxing. Thank you very much.